October 16th, 1923. So that the divine will may descend upon earth, it is necessary that the human will, emptied of all that is human, rise up to heaven. The task of the soul who lives in the divine will. The pain of the privation of my Jesus concentrates more inside my poor heart. How long the nights without him! They seem to be eternal nights without Jesus, without stars, and without sun. The only thing left to me is his lovable will, in which I abandon myself, and I find my rest in the thick darkness that surrounds me. Ah, Jesus, Jesus, come to my tormented heart, for I cannot go on without you. Now, while I was swimming in the immense sea of the pain of his privation, my Jesus moved in my interior, and taking my hands in his, he pressed them tightly to his heart and told me, "My daughter, so that my will may descend upon earth, it is necessary that your will rise up to heaven. And so that it may rise up to heaven and live in the celestial fatherland, it is necessary to empty it of all that is human, that is not holy, pure, and upright. Nothing enters into heaven to live common life with us if it is not completely divinized and transformed completely into ourselves. Nor can my divine will descend upon earth and carry out its life as within its own center if it does not find the human will emptied of everything, so as to fill it with all the goods that my will contains. It shall be nothing other than a most thin veil that shall serve me to cover myself and to dwell inside of it, almost like a consecrated host in which I form my life. I do all the good I want. I pray. I suffer. I enjoy. And the host does not oppose. It leaves me free. Its office is to be there to keep me hidden, and to comply in mute silence to preserve my sacramental life. This is the point we are at. Your will entering heaven, and mine descending upon earth. Therefore yours must no longer have life. It must have no reason to exist. The same happened to my humanity. Though it had a human will, this will was all intent on giving life to the divine will. It never arbitrated itself, not even to breathe on its own. But its breath, also, it would take and give in the divine will. And this is why the eternal will reigned in my humanity on earth as it does in heaven. It lived its terrestrial life in it, and my human will, fully sacrificed to the divine, impetrated that, at the appropriate time, the divine would descend upon earth to live in the midst of creatures, just as it lives in heaven. Don't you want to give my will its first place on earth? Now, while he was saying this, I seemed to find myself in heaven, and as though from one single point, I could see all generations. And prostrating myself before the Supreme Majesty, I took the reciprocal love of the divine persons, their perfect adoration, the sanctity, always one, of their will. And I offered them in the name of all as requital of love, adoration, submission, and union that every creature should give to her Creator. I wanted to unite heaven and earth, Creator and creature, that they might embrace and exchange the kiss of the union of their wills. Then my Jesus added, "This is your task, to live in our midst, and to make all that is ours your own, and to give it to us on behalf of your brothers, so that drawn by what is ours, we may be bound to the human generations, and give them once again the supreme kiss of the union of their will with ours that we gave them in creation."